I'm Mark Andrew Lawrence. This is Front Row Center, your weekly fix of Broadway show tunes. And on the program today, we're going to be talking with Jeff Madden of the Shaw Festival. He has a CD out, and we're going to be sampling some tracks from that. Wonderful Town is one of the two musicals being presented at the Shaw Festival Niagara-on-the-Lake this summer. It opened to good reviews about a month ago, and it's going to be playing at the Festival Theatre right through until November. Among the cast members in Wonderful Town are Lisa Horner, who's absolutely wonderful as the Plain Jane's sister, Ruth. And in a supporting role, Jeff Madden plays the somewhat clumsy, somewhat nerdish soda fountain jerk, Frank Lippincott. Jeff Madden is going to be joining us to talk about that role and his new CD. We'll sample it after this.
Did I just hear an alarm start ringing? Did I see sirens go flying past? Though I don't know what tomorrow's bringing, I've got a singular impression things are moving too fast. I'm gliding smooth as a figure skater. I'm riding hot as a rocket blast. I just expected it 10 years later. I've got a singular impression things are moving too fast. And you say, oh no, step on the brakes, do whatever it takes, but stop this train. Slow, slow, the lights turning red. But I say, no, no, whatever I do, I barrel on through and I don't complain. No matter what I try, I'm flying full speed ahead, yeah. I'm never worried to walk the wire. I won't do anything just half-assed. But with the stakes getting somewhat higher, I've got a singular impression that things are moving too fast. I found a woman I love, and I found an agent who loves me. Things might get bumpy, but some people analyze every detail. Some people stall when they can't see the trail. Some people freeze out of fear that they'll fail. But I keep rolling on. Some people can't find success with their art. Some people never feel love in their heart. Some people can't tell the two things apart. But I keep rolling on. Oh, maybe I can't follow through, but what else am I supposed to do? Like the high and mighty, now I'm the subject of a bidding war. I met my personal Aphrodite. I'm doing things I never dreamed of before. We start to take the next step together. Found an apartment on 73rd. The Atlantic Monthly's printing my first chapter. $2,000 without rewriting one word. I left Columbia and I don't regret it. I wrote a book and Sonny Mehta read it. My heart's been stolen, my ego's swollen. I just keep rolling along. think, well, what else is in store? Got all this and more before 24. It's hard not to be sure I'm spinning out of control. Out of control. I'm feeling panicked and rushed and hurried. I'm feeling outmaneuvered and outclassed. But I'm so happy I can't get worried about this singular impression. I've got a singular impression things are moving too fast.
That's a song by Jason Robert Brown, Moving Too Fast, from his two-person musical, The Last 5 Years. It was sung for us by Jeff Madden. It's a track from his CD titled Taking the Wheel, which was released just about a year ago, and it's for sale through his website, jeffmadden.ca, and at the various shops in and around the Shaw Festival. Last week, when I was in Niagara-on-the-Lake, I had a chance to sit down in the garden outside the Festival Theatre after a performance of Wonderful Town and talk with Jeff Madden, both about this CD and the fun he's having playing Wonderful Town.
It's great. A lot of fun, colorful characters, and, you know, I get to play a kind of zany one and have a lot of fun doing that. The 30s are right in the middle of most of the plays that we do here, so I'm very comfortable with that era, that time and place.
Now, I haven't seen A Little Night Music yet because it hasn't officially opened, but how are things going over at the George?
They're going great. I think it's the same kind of thing. We've had probably 5 or 6 previews. The show has been conceived in an intimate fashion that's more a Midsummer Night's Dream than something that's heavy, you know, and there's of course some heavy elements and dramatic elements to the show, but keeping it light and bubbly, and after all, it's all about people trying to find the right love match, you know, so it's a comedy.
Do you find the idea of romance funny, or do you take it seriously? Are you a romantic person, or are you more cynical about romance?
Personally, I'm a romantic person for sure. I don't know. I think you got to have a sense of humor. You've got to keep things in perspective. I think the character that I played in Tristan last year was the complete opposite end of the spectrum in terms of a romantic. Someone that, you know, just doesn't know how to express that. So just the emotions just tie them up in a straitjacket, and they can't function in the world because they're so obsessed with that romantic notion of love. I'm not like that, I don't think. I don't think many people are these days. Thank goodness.
Well, now you mentioned Tristan, that's a good time to segue into that, because it's a wonderful score, and you had a chance here to do what was essentially a world premiere. They'd done workshops beforehand. But what was the process of creating Tristan Lake?
The process was very long. I think from the time of the first reading to our opening last year was almost 4 years. It's a challenging story, you know. Thomas Mann, he was a challenging writer. He, translated from German at a time where he was a romantic, and the language was very dense, and they tried to make the characters more understandable, more, not necessarily contemporary, but at least more understandable by a contemporary audience. And so we were, in a sense, the first audience. And we were trying to ask those questions that an audience would ask, to wonder, is this working? What am I doing? What should I be doing? I've had a lot of fond memories here at Shaw. It's been 8 years now, you know. When I think of some of the shows that I've done, aside from Tristan, but Floyd Collins was another one of those shows that I could talk for hours about, you know, because of how remarkable an experience it was, and how we just all worked together so well, and the end result was just overwhelming. I mean, it was just euphoric. Very powerful. And you included a number from Floyd Collins on the CD. That's right, but I didn't sing that in the show either. No. How Glory Goes, I think, is one of those most beautiful songs ever written, and again, it serves its show. Like, you can't watch that show and then not be in tears at the end of it when you hear that song. And Jay Turvey sang it in our production, and of course Jay was just phenomenal. And I wanted a chance to sing that song. I don't think I did it as well as he does, but whatever. Well, let's give it a listen and see.
Is it warm? Is it soft against your face? Do you feel a kind of grace inside the breeze? Will there be trees? Is there light? Does it hover on the ground? Does it shine from all around, or just from you? Is it endless and empty, and you wander on your own? Slowly forget about the folks that you have known. Or does rising bread fill up the air from open kitchens everywhere? Familiar faces far as you can see. Like a family, do we live? Is it like a little town? Do we get to look back down at who we love? Are we above? Are we everywhere? Are we anywhere at all? Do we hear a trumpet call us, and we're by your side? Will I want, will I wish for all the things I should have done? Longing to finish what I've only just begun. Or has a shining truth been waiting there for all the questions everywhere? In a world of wondering, suddenly you know, and you will always know. Will my mama be there waiting for me, smiling like the way she does and holding out her arms, and she calls my name? She will hold me just the same. Only heaven knows how glory goes, what each of us was meant to be. In the starlight, that is what we are. I can see so far.
Front Row and Center with Mark Andrew Lawrence on 103.9 Proud FM.
It started out like a song. We started quiet and slow, with no surprise. And then one morning I woke to realize we had a good thing going. It's not that nothing went wrong. Some angry moments, of course, but just a few. And only moments, no more. Because we knew we had this good thing going. And if I wanted too much, was that such a mistake at the time? You never wanted enough. Alright, tough, I don't make that a crime? And while it's going along, you take for granted some love will wear away. We took for granted a lot, and still I say it could have kept on growing instead of just kept on. We had a good thing going.
Good Thing Going, music by Stephen Sondheim from the musical Merrily We Roll Along, sung for us by Jeff Madden. That's a track from his CD Taking the Wheel, and Jeff Madden's currently on stage in Wonderful Town at the Shaw Festival, and he's also in previews now for A Little Night Music, which will open officially on the 4th of July. Here's one more from Jeff Madden's CD, a fun song that he chose from the score of the musical The Full Monty, music and lyrics by David Yazbek. Here's a satirical look at man.
You're out of work, your pride is missing, they call you jerk, but you don't listen. You haven't got a pot to piss in, but you're a man. Your hands are rough, your back is hairy, your talk is tough, your smell is scary. Here's what you're not a fairy, no, you're a beer-drinking, real live man. And when the beef comes out, you do the carving. You hate Tom Cruise, but you love Lee Marvin. You're a man, and that's a bonus, 'cause when you're swinging your cojones, you'll show them what testosterone is. 'Cause you're a boot-wearing, beer-drinking, Chevy-driving man. Surf's up, ladies, here I come, the big kahuna, riding your pipeline. I'm hanging 10. Stand back, ladies, it's me, the QB, throwing a long ball right into your end zone. Touchdown! Wanna go for two? The bases are loaded, I'm digging in, swinging a big, big old bat, banging one right out at you, baby. Booyah! I'm gonna jump straight up, kick a hole in the moon. Don't know exactly where I'm going, but I know I'm gonna get there soon. I'll show you, I'll show them all, I'll show them all the real thing. What is a man? Why does he bother? 'Cause he's a man, 'cause he's a father. He wants his kid, he wants his wife, he wants to now. He wants to be a man, a real man. Yes, I am. I've gotta be, I'm gonna be a real man with a mission like you see on television. I'm a real fine, genuine man.
On Front Row Center, music from the show The Full Monty, music and lyrics by David Yazbek, who also wrote the score for the show Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, which opened on Broadway 3 years ago and had a successful run. It then went out on tour, but the tour never brought the show to Toronto. However, there is going to be a production of it, and I'll have some information about that for you after this.